Hey guys, Marshmallow Trump here, back with another Clash Mini video. I was gonna do something different, but the update came out, so I kind of apologize for Clash Mini 2 times in a row, but I'm sure some of you guys don't mind. Without further ado, let's carry on though. So basically, I'm going to be discussing whether this update was what Clash Mini needed because I'm not gonna lie, there was a very big dead period where all the high level players found a way to just win trade, which is a method where you can just keep losing on purpose to each other, and then you both just climb the ranks ridiculously fast. And also, there's a way for high levels to go against noobs, and it was just all the time pay to wins, bullying low levels. It wasn't fun, and just in general, there wasn't much content. So, this update, I'm going to be discussing everything I think about it and whether I think it's good, bad, and how I feel this will affect the future. So, the big thing this season is clans. Clans have been added. Uh, I have no clue what these guys are on. Just, raid. I can't raid. Raid can't raid. Raid no. Raid. But basically, they added clans and raids. So basically, I've set up a clan here, Eggs on Legs. My typical clan that I pretty much make in every game. As you can see, Jeff, leader, profile. This is me, level 13. As you can see, that's my deck. No, I don't want to leave my clan. So yeah, here's my deck and everything. And when you are in a clan, you can set up a raid, and I've joined one of my teammates' raids. I think, yeah, you can see in the top left here, this is Joba's raid. So I've joined Joba's raid and I've done 323 damage, whereas no one else, well, everyone else has done like not much, two, maybe three matches worth. And this is actually really fun. I like the raids, I like how they work. It's a single player mode, kind of. So basically, when you're actually playing, it's you versus an AI. And the AI is this massive boss mini, and they will spawn other minis to support them, usually low tier ones like Knight, Wizard, Spear Goblin, Archer, Barbarian, or the low cost ones. But occasionally they'll drop a P.E.K.K.A. and a Mega Knight at the same time just to throw you off. And the more you damage them, as you can see, there's these lines here. He actually levels up. So right now he's level 5. He started at level 1, and now he's level 5. He's learnt a new skill. So initially he'd have ridiculously high stats, as you can see, 32 health, and he started off with lava eruption, where he throws blobs of lava at 3 targets, which push back and do damage. But as we've been attacking it, well, mainly me, but the other guy's been helping too. As we've been fighting, he's unlocked this, where he gets +1 attack throughout the battle when boast occurs, which is pretty cool. That he gets stronger, and I like it. And apparently, it's not happened yet. Our clan's not done it on yet because I'll get to that in a minute. You get gems, coins, and hero fragments for defeating a raid boss, which is really cool because this means that um, you can get the edge or kind of catch up to the paid for players, or maybe just be stronger against all the other players in your current league and just have a better chance at winning more matches. So you want to get in a clan that does a lot of raids and fights. Now, one thing that's a bit iffy is my clan. I like all the time with clans and everything. I want it to be where sure I'm in charge, so if something's happening, I can kick them, or if something's happening like a question, I can answer and I can help everyone. But besides that, I want everyone to be equal, have an equal say, and we can build up the clan together, and everyone is pretty much equal. The only thing being, I can kick someone if they're being horrific, just so um, because otherwise, if they kick me and I'm the leader, then that's stupid. So I I like stay at the leader role, but everyone's the same. Everyone's treated equally, and this I like. But one thing that I didn't know and I don't like about this update is anyone can start a raid, which is cool. That means that your community and your people don't have to wait for you. Say your phone breaks and you can't go on for a week, everyone can start a raid. But everyone can start a raid. So if I go in here and I click first place, right? Roll tub. I have the option to promote this guy right here. I'm not gonna because no one's really spoken or wrote yet. but you can promote people. And I think that's good. It shows that you can give your loyal players or your best friends more of a thing in your clan, more of a presence. And I probably won't use it too much because, again, I want everyone to be equal. But because everyone can start a raid, we've not completed a single raid because, yeah, you can't join a raid if you're already in one. So we've got 4 ongoing raids and not one of them has been completed yet. And I don't expect one to be completed yet. But at the same time, the fact that 4 different people started a raid is quite irritating because it's going to leave it so that raids are half completed and no one's ever going to get gems, coins, and hero fragments because the whole clan's split on who to assist because new players just started up a new raid because who blames them? There's not much info on it, and how were they to know any different? They might have thought, I might not get rewards, and if I'm being honest, even though I've done 320 damage, I'm not too sure I'm getting rewards because it's not been explained too well. There's not been a tutorial or anything. So I was kind of skeptical about doing it, and I was like, maybe I'll make my own later. I can't even make my own now because I'm in this. So because it's not been explained too well, people just make raids and nothing ever gets finished. And I think this will be a problem that gets fixed over time rather than anything needing to be added. Like, I'm sure as people just learn about it, it'll be fixed and people won't just all make their own unique raids. People will band together as one. But for now, the fact that anyone can make a raid no matter what their rank is, it's a bit stupid and it's just going to leave a lot of clans like mine, like this state, where nothing's getting finished and everyone's just kind of it's gonna run out in what 21 hours and it's not gonna be done, and then this one's gonna run out in 24 hours and it's not gonna be done, and no one's gonna get rewards, and it's just gonna be a whole show that's just not pleasant, and it's not gonna be rewarding, and people are gonna put a lot of time into it that's just wasted. However, raids do have something nice, which I do like about them besides the rewards, and they're honestly just fun in general, to be honest. There's a couple of unique gimmicks, like you can actually see where the AI is going to put their units next. It shows you real time where their units are going to be for next round. You can see them moving and whatever. Quests. You can complete quests in raids. So this win 20 matches using Monk. If I was to go into a raid right now, or 16 raids right now and win all of them, that would complete that challenge. Which I don't see why it wouldn't, but at the same time, they want people to pay money. And if people pay money, then they're going to be strong and can't be beat. And then people can't complete the challenges because they can't beat people, so they pay money. So I'm really glad that they've actually allowed us to do this in challenges because it means we can complete our challenges, go up our battle pass, and not have to be ridiculously high level or paid for. We can just be a chill, free to play player, complete our quests, get a decent strength hero and deck, and be on our merry way without having to pay loads of money. And this I approve of, because Supercell can sometimes be very pay to win, and this is this is great. It's not too free to play that there's no point spending money. If you want a fast track to the top, spend money. Okay. If you want to progress and at a decent rate, you don't have to spend money, and this is really good. This is what's going to keep the game alive and keep people in it. And honestly, the whole clan thing, the whole community, and the whole raids, I'm assuming there's going to be more bosses over time. This is going to keep the game alive over just this one mode because you're not going to have people exploiting or ridiculously high level. You can fight things at your level whenever you want thanks to raids. And obviously, if they do change what bosses are about or what rewards you can gain, it's going to be worth doing and you're going to enjoy it. And then you're not going to be just stuck to one mode permanently. You're not just going to only be playing online PvP and getting thrashed every time because you can dip in and out of modes. And as it's helping buff your units by completing challenges and whatever as well, you're just going to be winning the odd raid and winning the odd multiplayer match, and it's not going to be too crazy. You're not going to win everything, but you're not going to lose everything either. And this is really cool. Obviously, better players are going to win more, but that's just how games work. So I think this is really good, and it's a nice amount of content, and hopefully they keep adding to this. And something I thought would be pretty cool is if there's like a thing where if your clan beats a raid boss once or something, you get access to a smaller version of the boss as a mini. Or maybe for the first time, so like say Lava Golem is our boss mini this time round. If the Lava Golem comes back, I don't know, 3 seasons later, then if you beat it, you can get a mini Lava Golem mini. You know what I mean? One that's balanced for multiplayer, basically. And I thought that would be really cool for if you beat it, or if you beat it on a really high difficulty or something. And it would incentivize pay-to-wins to play as well. Well, play raids as well. And it'd just be really cool as well. Or maybe even just a skin. So this could be like a skin for the Golden Giant or something, or the Bowl. So a skin or a character that's exclusive to this challenge that shows that you've done it. Obviously, if it's a mini and you make it exclusive, make it come back, make it be a thing that you can obtain whenever this raid's on. So it's not just overpowered and no one can ever obtain it ever again. But I think it'd be really cool to have small versions of the boss minis that are made for multiplayer that you can obtain by completing raids. That'd be really cool. Okay, that's a lot about clans, a lot about raids. I maybe spoke a bit too much, but oh well. There's more to this update. There's going to be a pass and skins and whatever. Crystal coin skins, they cost 800. If I'm being honest, 800's too much. For one skin, like, come on. Like, with the season reset, I'm going to get some coins. And with resetting my star collection, well, my mini collection, sorry, I'm going to get some coins. I'm still not even going to be able to afford one of these skins. I get you want them to be premium. I get you want them to be a showcase of power. But 800's too much. I think 600 for the Fabulous Prince. Last update. If we had those methods of obtaining coins last update, and the skins cost 600, that'd be perfect. 800's just too much, and the fact that Crystal P.E.K.K.A.'s gone from 100 to 800 is ridiculous because it is the weakest of the crystal skins. It's not got much character to it. It's nice. But why has it gone up 8 times in price? I don't know. So yeah, they look cool. Don't get me wrong. I really like them. Well, the wizard one. I can't tell if I love it or I absolutely hate it. I'm still a bit weird. The witch one, love it. Fabulous Prince, adore it. I really want this. It's so stupid. I just think it's funny and I want it. But there's more than that. We are getting the Wave Master this season, a brand new hero. I think if you can get at least a new hero every season, or maybe not every season when the game is like later into its life, but at least early on, so there's a lot of different strategies going around. This is going to keep the game alive, it's going to keep it interesting, and hopefully, obviously there's going to be metas and stuff, but past that, hopefully the game will be different almost every match you play because of the sheer amount of strategies, heroes, and mini combos that you can have. He does look pretty powerful. He can dash to the farthest enemy, dealing 1 damage and stunning enemies in its path, but then at level 5 he can heal for everything he hits. So he's like a mixture of Countess and... well, he's like Countess and maybe Shield Maiden put into one. I don't know, he just seems really tanky. Has the ability to stun and heal. I get Countess can as well, but maybe more like Barbarian King and Countess was a better example there, but he just seems a bit too strong. Now, obviously, I don't know, he's not out yet, we can't test this, but I like the addition of new heroes, I like his theme, I like how he fits the season. He's a bit strong, but if we're looking at the individual hero, it's looking a bit rough, at least for until he gets nerfed or whatever. If we're looking at the fact that content-wise, new hero, this is great direction, and I think they should do this quite a lot. Obviously not too much, but once a season, or again, later down the line, maybe not once every season, but then once every 3 seasons after we've got like 10, 12 heroes. That'd be great. And minis, we are actually getting 4 brand new minis this season, and there's 2 things that, well, for starters, we're getting 4 new minis this season. That's just a given. 4 new minis are the Swordsman, who is a 2 cost who seems to be very high damage deal, but he if you're not careful, can hit your own units with his super and decimate yourself. Then we've got my favourite, the Golden Giant, who can headbutt and stun. And he stunned himself because a headbutt's going to hurt both people. But he can have all sorts of weird mechanics where heals 4 health over 2 seconds after being stunned. And this isn't only by his headbutt, this is if he's stunned by anything. So if you're going against a Stunlock deck, the Golden Giant's just going to be chilling. And it's this sort of like weird utility that I like in units, and I'm just going to try and work this guy's way into all of my decks pretty much. Then we've got things like he has a KO heal bomb basically, and damage boosts. Then we have the Fisherman, who works exactly as he does in Clash Royale. He can pull an enemy to your side of the field. Again, you might want to be careful. You don't want to be dragging like a P.E.K.K.A to your front line or a Skeleton Giant. You don't want to be dragging that to your front line and having it blow up all your squishy units and your tanks. But it does have its uses. You might be able to pull a wizard away and kill it before it can do damage, or an archer. And then finally, the Witch. The Witch is really cool. The only thing I will say is it costs... there's a bit of a visual bug there. But yeah, it costs 4. And to like upgrade it to get any of these things that make it like decent, like this is probably the best one where you just spawn at the beginning of a round. That's going to be 8 elixir, which you're probably with 4 elixir units only ever going to upgrade them once in a match. So yeah, maybe she cost a bit too much. But the way they've said that they're going to implement these is, I believe it's the Golden Giant and Fisherman first, and then later in the update... Hang on, I can get it word for word, so let's do that. Mini news. Yeah, they've actually changed where the news is because clans are in the tab where news was. Taking a minute to load here. Okay, this is... Oh, there we go. Okay. So, Swordsman and Golden Giant are now... Oh, right. So basically, March 7th, Season 2 starts. Wavemaster, Fisherman, and the Witch are unlockable with their skins, which is cool. And then later in the season, Golden Giant and Swordsman are released. And I like this. It means that we're not just getting everything and then being left for a whole season without any new content, but we are running into the same problem we had last season, which a lot of people won't notice because they'll sweat it out and whatever, or they pay to boost themselves up. But it did make certain units rarer or harder to upgrade, especially for your casual free-to-play people. Because last season this was the case with Musketeer and Prince. I literally used Prince in my deck and he's still only 1 star. And that's quite a problem. It means that I only have access to one of his upgrades in battles and can hinder me because I don't have access to the later ones like his pony summon on death. So the reason this is a problem is because you go through the season claiming all your rewards from missions, the battle pass, the adventure begins, whatever you call that, adventure road, and you're claiming all your rewards, and obviously you get to the top. Cool. But then there's not many rewards left to claim, or maybe it's really expensive in the shop and you've used all your coins already this season upgrading your heroes, meaning that when these new units release, you don't have enough to get them, or you don't have enough missions to complete to collect them through chests either. And it basically just makes these 2 units, or however many units are being released halfway through, inherently rarer. And that's quite a problem if it's a essential mini for your current deck or strategy. And it just makes it harder to play the minis you want. And I'm not saying release everything at the beginning, because that is a bad idea. But they need to come up with some form of way to make it so that you can get a nice amount of minis, so it kind of makes up for all the time in the season that you've lost not being able to collect them. I don't know, they might not do this at all. They might just never fix it, or it's not really something that needs fixing, but it's just something I think should be done better. But they might not see it that way at Supercell. And fair enough, but it just feels a bit painful, and it just, like, even now, the Prince is still inherently rarer because we're still technically in Season 1. And even though he's been nerfed, I still want to upgrade him, but as you can see, these mini quests I've not got many of, and I'm almost at the end of the Adventure Begins season. So there's not much, well, as well, these are all hero fragments pretty much. I think that, yeah, these are all heroes. So I don't have any chance to obtain any more princes. So, or musketeers for that sake, 'cause Musketeer came out at the same time, and she's only 1 star for me as well. So it just makes these later release units harder to upgrade. And I know it's not too big of a problem because collections are going to be reset every season, but for a debut season, not being able to get a mini to a decent level that's brand new, it kind of sucks. Anyway, in conclusion, this season has a lot of good sides and a lot of downsides. Well, not many downsides if I'm being honest. I like the addition of raids and clans. I think this form of content will increase the longevity of a game, and obviously if they keep adding new versions or new bosses or whatever, this is going to be good for just the future, and it's going to remain fun. It's a good step forward, and it's going to add an extra element of playing with friends and not so competitive but still very fun gameplay. The addition of a hero, at least this season, hopefully they do more every season for a bit, is really good. It's going to keep the game unique, and it's going to make matches a lot more fun, as you're not going to know who you're fighting against, which is really cool. The addition of 4 minis, again, great. I doubt they'll be able to hold up 4 minis every season or whatever, but for now that's great. If they can add at least 2 a season, this is cool. I approve, and again, it's going to add that extra element of uniqueness to everyone's deck because they're going to have their own minis and heroes that they prefer. The addition of them halfway through the season with no real way of getting them consistently and inherently making them units rarer, I don't know. They could even do something simple, like for the first week they're out, have a couple quests that give you minis, or even guaranteed minis. I know they did that with Musketeer and Prince, but you only got like 1. So if instead of having it as a Christmas event or whatever, where the focus is a skin, you could have a skin still. I'm not saying I don't want free skins, but if you have it where you get maybe more fragments for those minis, as they're going to be harder to obtain that season, that'd be awesome. Anyway, that being said, thank you so much for watching. My next video, if you watch all my videos, will probably be a Ravenfield live stream. If I don't see you then I'll see you somewhere else on this channel. I hope you have a great day.